How's it going, doggy people? I hope you all are doing well. I hope you can hear me okay over the fan in the background. My boys are hot, and I do anything for my little boys. So my sheep is hot, so I put a fan on for him. So hopefully I'll be able to take care of that in editing. But I've been given quite a few recommendations of this particular, I was going to say creator. I guess I could say creator. I'm not going to say trainer. The Dog Messiah. He calls himself that. And so I'm going to just do a long compilation to cover all of them. I believe in order of how I received them, so the newest recommendation will be last. This may or may not be in 2 parts. We'll see how long it goes. But so for the person who has sent me these requests, I figured I would just, get to all of them in one go, and then I can, finally get some reviews done for you. I have a long list that I'm still working on, so don't worry, I have not forgotten about anybody who has sent me a request. I definitely save them into a playlist, and then I sprinkle others that I see that would be interesting to cover, so I can give everybody a little bit of something, a little bit of everything, I guess. Okay, so if we are ready, then we can get started. Shocking dog park fight. Not really shocking at all. Dog park fights all the time. We have this dog on a slip blade. This one's free. This one's tangled up in a chair somewhere. We have a cane over here. It's all a mess. Uncut males square off. That's why, and chair goes flying. That is why I don't go to dog parks. That is why I don't recommend people. I have no problem with the dogs not being neutered, but that's the trouble if you go to a stranger, if you go to an area and meet a stranger dog that is unneutered. If I have an unneutered male or female, we'll say specifically male, because these are all, or at least these two look like boxers. You have to understand how one boxers work. As an individual dog, you have to understand how any male dog would work, and think and act and behave when they are unneutered and they have testosterone, especially around stranger dogs, or if there's somehow a female in heat. That's why I don't go to dog parks. I don't trust other people's dogs unless I work with them, or I've been working with them, or I know the person and I know how they have raised their dog. So again, I have no problem with the dog being uncut or unneutered, or I know gelded is for horses, but I don't think they use that with dogs, but like unneutered. Having these dogs intact, to me, wouldn't be a problem if the people were knowledgeable enough about making sure to really train their dog and have really good control, especially off leash, with the extra testosterone in their body. I'm not for necessarily just neutering, blind neutering. I mean, there's that absolutely a purpose for it in a lot of different cases. I just try to keep the animal as natural as possible, and there's of course exceptions to the rule. So if you neuter your dog, no problem. I mean, I'm not against you. So let's go ahead and get started.
Warning: this episode is replete
oh my God,
with psychological nudity.
What does he mean, nudity? Shot collar. Psychological nudity? What the heck is he talking about? Stress
As
dog.
I was scouting viable dog parks that have wheelchair
Tail goes up high, so the tail was low. They have a shot collar on. I already don't trust this dog. Sorry, dog, it's nothing personal against you. It's your owner that makes you less predictable because they rely on a shot collar in a dog park. But the tail goes up. So the dog is becoming alert.
Park in League City, and
they're kind of trotting over to here, to this dog. So if these 2 dogs are owned by this gentleman, they may be more protective of him. They may say, hey, I don't like the way that you're running up on me. Trotting up very confidently. Tail goes from down to high, and this guy's just following him.
I want to miss this. Major drama.
Major drama. Okay, we're going to get into... And for each of these, because, a lot of these videos are going to be really long, I'm going to try and go about, 5 or 6 minutes through each video, try to pick out the most, mind-blowing parts to go over, because then this would be like 6 hours long. So, so we'll go over, the best parts of each video, and then we'll be moving on, so it's not going on forever and ever.
I'm going to tell them to wait. Look, I'm going to bump them. Good.
Don't bump him. You don't need to. The dog's already licking his lips. He's nervous. Relies on slip leads, relies on that whole long nails, lip lick, relies on just outdated idea, the outdated idea of dominance. You don't need to bump him. I mean, I do this with my Shiba. Like, I don't need to bump him. I can have the door open. I can have all these people want to say, look at my well-balanced dog, and they bark at anything outside the door. Like, my Shiba, there could be anything going on, and he's chill. I mean, yes, he's older, but I've worked with him on that.
Good, baby. Good
without
work.
ever having to do this.
Good, Uchi Bear. Awesome. Okay.
So that one's loose and off leash. I hate that so much. I really am bothered by people, especially at the dog park. You see this a lot. You know those kind of people when they let their dog go totally off leash from the car to possibly, not really, but I'm going to exaggerate, 7 miles to the dog park, and they're running around sniffing. It's irritating. Keep your dog a leash. There's a leash law. Your dog is not special. You're not special. Your dog is not trained most of the time. Unless you have a stupid shock collar, and that's not a leash, and that your dog's not in control. Keep your dog leashed, even if it's a slip lead, until you get to the gate. Go inside the gate, and then you can unleash your dog. That's why they have the little double gate system. I think it's called, I know it's called something like, I want to say an air vacuum. I know it's not an air vacuum, but like they call it in like the space shuttle type thing, where the little double shutting door. I'm sure somebody can tell me.
All right, let me lock up.
But that's irritating. It's also probably irritating for these dogs. It's irritating, I know, for some other dogs and people. See, I don't even know where the entrance of the gate is, but this dog is over here. Might as well be 7 miles from the gate.
For us to go bareback.
Bareback? What are you talking about?
Hoping there's a good amount of dogs out here today.
Hoping there's a good amount? No, dude, you can't handle the dogs that are on leash. You can't handle the dogs that are in your care. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Okay, sorry, I had to close the sliding door because of the sound of the lawn people. So.
From the vet with Uchi Bear. You would know that if you following us on Instagram.
I don't care to follow
we
you.
update our stories daily, man. I tell you. Good.
Let's
So
go
right
forward
now,
a little bit.
to the fence. I know the gentleman's over there wondering why the fuck I was out here in that spot so long. Now, Uchi Bear, of course, I know how she's going to behave, but I'm going to keep them on the leash just to see how.
All the more dangerous. I don't know if this is a pair.
That.
If it is a pair, and people are using them for breeding purposes, I disagree with that.
Some dog, he's really gorgeous.
This
Beautiful
guy
dog.
just seems to run up on this guy. Oh good, that was interesting. Very interesting and very good body language right there. So really good body language there. He's getting a little aggressive on this dog's case, whether it's a male or a female.
Beautiful dog.
Kind of gets in there. Dog is tucking, and they go in face to face, and this dog says, whoa, sorry. And they get the point. They didn't have to growl. They didn't have to bite. They didn't have to pin him on the ground. This is owned by, I'm assuming, the guy that's sitting down. And it has the shock collar, so I don't trust it. But that was a great demonstration of how dogs can talk without ever using any kind of force. So why do you need this? This makes things worse. This is not communication, people. And I'm talking about the trainers who try to use this nonsense that, oh, it's communication. No, it's not. It's punishment. That's all it is. I mean, you could say anything as communication. I could throw a chair at you and say that's somehow communication. You don't know what the hell I want, though. But just because I say it's communication, apparently it means that.
Oh, you're sleeping? Okay, well, so you made that rash decision to chop them things off then, huh? Good. Yeah, he is getting a little...
Oh, okay, interesting. So this guy this is his owner. He has a little ball thrower. So, a lot of people will bring a ball thrower to the dog park, to tire their dog out. I mean, this guy looks like he's just having fun. I don't think he's trying to really tire this dog out like it's a border collie. People rely on the ball thrower. This guy, all 3 dogs have their hackles up. So this guy was over here protecting his owner. Or feeling comfortable, he feels safety with his owner, and then these guys got in his face because this guy's talking about the dogs and I don't know, whatever the hell he's talking about, apparently sexualizing something. He's talking about the dogs, his 2 dogs, which are no longer on leash, kind of come and ambush him, or I don't know if they really ambushed. I didn't see. I don't really care. But this guy's saying, hey, I'm uncomfortable, and then these guys get their hackles up. And boxers are like any typical bully mastiff breed where they really don't back down a lot.
Let me move this one.
Okay, so he's moving this one off. Very good. This one comes around.
No.
Easy. Sorry, that was instinctive of me to say. I don't know if that's a scratch or if that's a tattoo, but it's instinctive of me to tell the dogs easy. But if I'm going here, I would only have 1 dog at a time. You work with 1 dog at a time. You can't control all 3 of these dogs. The other one handled himself. You can't control 2 dogs. If you're one person, especially if you have a camera, you're talking to this guy, you're not paying attention. Dangerous. All dangerous.
He's resource guarding Dad. Good.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's yeah, this guy's gonna say he's resource guarding Dad. I mean, yeah, he's saying, hey, get away from my person. I don't know you. You're in my dad's space. Yeah, we could say he's resource guarding. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be a bad thing. Like, he's over here telling these dogs to back off. They took it personally. They growled back instead of saying, oh, okay, I'll move away. This is this dog's resource, and they had to have a problem with it. I mean, it's not the dog's fault. Like, even though they you know, take it personal, whatever, like, it's not the dog's fault. They're just being a dog. It's the human's job, especially as a trainer, to teach the dogs that, hey, just like the white dog told this dog off, this dog didn't have a problem with it. They said, whoa, okay, I got in your space, you told me to back off, okay, I'll back off. The very well balanced white dog. I don't know, white fluffy dog. I don't know if this guy's been working with him for long or not, but that's how the communication should be if you have a well balanced dog, is that you teach them that they can give a correction that's necessary, like that dog telling him, hey, they turned around and said back off, and you teach them to accept that correction, the least amount possible. Even a growl, if this dog has hackles up and growls, those dogs can say, okay, I'll move away. And as a human, we can teach them to move away, and they don't need to go forward and start a fight. Humans are the reason why fights start.
Is that what happened?
Okay, so...
If you nicked him with the collar, then he's just...
Ow, 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 ow.
No!
Oh, poor thing! Oh. Okay, so we're gonna go back and start. He's surrounded by other dogs, and because he's a new person, the dogs are gonna, go to him. It's this guy. It's the trainer's responsibility to keep these dogs away from his owner if this dog is getting frustrated.
Good.
Okay, so these two guys, this guy is really protecting his owner, his tail is high. These two are squaring off. I would get on this guy's case and say, hey, get out of his business. It's none of his business. And, like, you don't need to be aggressive. I'm more aggressive just because I'm all riled up and whatnot. But, like, I wouldn't be here in the first place. I would say, but if I ever got into this case, and of course it's my fault, and I would go back and fix it, but I'd say, no, get out of his face. Dogs, come here. Whatever.
Yeah, he is getting a little...
So he's being protective, he's scared, he's fearful, and this dog says, hey, don't growl at me.
Let me move this one away. No. Good. He's resource guarding Dad. Good.
So I don't know what's going on. Again, he's growling. He has a shock collar here. I saw him nick his dog right there with the e-collar. So his dog was personally in the right. This guy's just lazy, sitting here with his phone and his shock collar, his remote dog training. This idiot here, this trainer, I say loosely, I just refuse to call him by his name. He's not Messiah of anything. It started all of this. He's the reason the dog got nicked, which is why I don't go mess with people with dogs on shock collars, prong collars, or anything else. So because his dogs were out of control, this poor dog got corrected.
No.
Even though he was in his right, this dog's trying to mess with him now. I don't think she's really trying to be aggressive. Now he's hiding under the chair because the shock was so high. He's cowering. He's still growling. He's still ready to shock him. He's telling these dogs.
It's okay. You're doing good. Huh? No.
Well, his dog was in the right to snap at her. She didn't leave him alone. And that doesn't mean that the dog needed a snap. Like, they weren't reading his cutoff signals. And it's all because this stupid idiot, this trainer here, this person here, if I my mouse is because I'm talking about this guy here, okay? He set this dog up for failure. He set all of these dogs up for failure. So just ridiculous. This dog got shocked. He could have started a fight. I mean, poor thing.
Well, I think maybe
don't worry about why the guy did what he did. It's your fault because you put that guy in the situation. You put the guy's dog in the situation. Just call your dogs and move away.
Happened with that collar? Is that what happened? If you nicked him with the collar, then he's trying to avoid the nick. You did good. Oh shit! I've never seen that before. No, sir.
Yeah, no. Oh, now you're trying to. Jeez, I've never seen that before. Anybody could see this coming. He acts like it's just, like, amazing. Like, oh, I've never seen that before. I mean, yeah, like, I've probably never seen it before now either, but, I mean, I've seen a horse get stuck in a chair. I mean, they're gonna do that. Anything that's fearful is gonna get caught in the chair, and they're gonna flip out, and they're gonna be afraid of the chair. All this is caused by humans.
Stop. Okay, you're doing
He's not
good.
gonna stop. Don't tell him he's doing good. Just get your dogs and move away, dude. Of all dogs you need to leash, I would say this one needs to be leashed. Because he's the one who's more likely to start stuff.
Fucking calamity.
Now she's getting more reactive, maybe because of the leash. He's over there growling or doing whatever. It's just a whole cluster ball. Oh, now he tries to reach for him and he cowers. Lovely. Wow, you're not, I'm not even gonna be sarcastic, dude. You're not impressive. You're a mess.
Way, and I can
Poor
bring a
thing.
separate dog. That's technically my dog. But believe it or not, sir, I specialize in this type of aggression. Dogs come to me.
Yeah, he doesn't need to hear you trying to help squat. He doesn't care. He thinks the reason he has the shock collar and hasn't gone to a trainer is because he has the shock collar. He doesn't think he needs any help. So you're not going to try and help him, especially when you started this whole debacle. Okay? Don't try to go back and fix it. This poor dog, I feel bad for this dog. I feel bad for all of the dogs here. Both of these people are idiots. Okay, so we move on to the next one. Human and dog aggressive in all caps. Cane Corso puppy reunited with father. So it's a puppy, apparently. I don't know, just based on the title. Is it a puppy that has two collars, choke chain and a prong collar, ears cropped, tails docked, which I know that a lot of times you get these puppies like this, but I hate it when breeders try to do this and try to say, no, it's AKC, blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's nonsense. These are not hunting. They don't have risk of animals ripping their ears off. They don't get ear infections nearly enough to prioritize getting their ears cut off. You take away their ability with their tail and their ears to communicate to other dogs. God, I'm so tired of that. Okay, so human and dog aggressive Cane Corso puppy reunited. Is this the puppy? Is this a puppy that is human and dog aggressive already?
You're not afraid of him, right?
Prong collar.
So.
Hackles look like they might be up. It might just be the coat.
So.
Oh, shit! God dang. Sorry, I was not expecting that. Whew, that scared me. Oh my gosh. So, if this idiot, if I had known he was walking up to a human like that, and then he asks, are you afraid of him? Are you not afraid of him? And he has that loose of a leash and a prong collar, you're an idiot. I would run. Well, I actually wouldn't run. I don't recommend running from a dog, from any dog, because it can set their prey drive off. It can set their prey drive off, and it can make them more reactive. Good lord, look at this dog. Tail tucked. Whale eyes, even though he has a bit of a droopy face. Head low. This thing is just so... This poor dog is so nervous. Lip licks. What the heck is this? Do you actually use that on dogs? This weight? I know I've seen, trainers use this and say, no, the chain doesn't hurt them. It's just to slow them down. It puts weight on them. You can put weight on a dog on, like, a vest. Like, if you want to help them work a little harder or help them lose weight, or if it's a high drive dog. They have special vests that go around the body that allows the weight of the special, like, half a pound weight on either side that is more balanced throughout the dog's body than around the neck. Don't do that. And nice prong collar, of course. Choke chain's not enough. We're going to go put the prong collar on.
Good.
Not good. The dog runs away. Get this chain off your neck and you won't hit the dog with it. You won't be fumbling with it. I mean, God, this poor dog. He does that to look cool. It's just all stupid. Poor thing. The dog is very flighty already. Prong collar doesn't help. Is he the father? Is he the dad? I guess this is a puppy then. Tiny little leash. Ouch.
Be ready.
Be careful, be ready for what? Your two collars are tangled. You got your chain smacking the dog all around. It could hit it on the head, on the eye. Why do you have this chain around you? Are you trying to train? Then you should, if you're like trying to train yourself with weight, then wrap it around you better.
So right now, if this
Lots
dog
of
is
lip licks.
thinking
They completely ignore the lip licks. They're going to flood the dog.
bad or ill-intended thoughts, Cranberry just rewarded it. Seems like he understood that sound. Seems like, okay, that's cool. Good.
I can't tell if this dog is just trying to breathe or if it's growling.
Come on, don't do anything with him.
But he's correcting him already.
Yes, come this way, please. Turn. Come
Turn.
towards me. Unless he reacts, good. You're not going to do anything. Okay? Unless he reacts.
He's already staring and
Look
moving
at that.
ahead. I would have stopped right here.
Good dad, okay? Good, good, good.
Lip lick, lip lick.
Good, good, good.
Nervous.
Good, good, good. Okay.
What are you
Turn around,
doing?
Cranberry. You're not afraid of him, right?
Not afraid of him.
So,
I would be if I saw a dog that was any dog on a prong collar. I'd be a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little bit afraid because I don't trust. I will not be able to predict what this dog is gonna do, or maybe I can. You know, my assumption is that the dog will be more reactive because of the collar. So I don't trust anybody who who's like, if anybody asks me, "Are you afraid of him?" and I see the prong collar, I'm not afraid of the dog itself. I'm afraid of what you're gonna do, what you have done to create this dog to not be actually sociable.
It's gonna be a eureka moment for him. He's gonna realize I'm tripping. My dad.
Tight leash already.
Are you scared? Okay, don't pet him yet.
This is his owner? I don't know, I'm confused.
Oh, irrational.
Did he say irrational? Ay.
Oh, irrational.
Irrational. No, you're an idiot.
You see how I just raised my hand up.
You raised your hand up and you have the prong collar on. That's why he did that.
Okay.
He's being reunited with his own
That's what I
owner.
expected, yes.
And he reacts like that with his
That's what I was
owner.
gonna do.
I would demand a refund. I would sue his trainer. He doesn't care about the word good.
Good, good, good.
Especially when you say good, good, good. He doesn't care. He does not understand to calm down. You're an idiot.
Good.
He might look at you as if,
Good, good, good.
oh, maybe you have a treat. Just shut up, dude.
Good,
Lip
good,
lick. That's not calm,
Cranberry,
dude.
take the leash, please. Okay. Are you okay? You okay with him bringing him up to you?
No.
Yeah, he didn't bite you.
No, but he could. And he might. And he's going to learn more. He's going to learn to do that more often.
It's part of an issue. Tell us to stop. You don't want him to come near you, yes?
Okay, maybe this is his dad. I don't know.
Hey, go
We
near
got
him, Cranberry.
distractions.
Tell us to stop, okay? Go near him. No, not me. Not near me.
This idiot doesn't even know how to communicate with his own people. His own species. Lip lick.
Cranberry, why are you walking towards me? Towards him, not me.
That dog's name is Cranberry. That's adorable. I love it. But, like, Jesus. Don't talk to the dog. Why are you walking towards me? Walk over here. Then have him do it. You move out of the way. Get your ass out of the way. Go in the car.
Walking towards dad.
If this is his owner, he doesn't even recognize his owner. How long has he been with this guy? Why the hell would you throw something at him? Now he's gonna pair him with something scary. You're gonna cause a bite. Jesus,
Towards
dude.
me. Fuck, I keep telling you, not towards me.
Yeah, get mad at this person because you're an idiot because you don't even know what you're doing. Throwing chains at your dog. At your client's dog that doesn't even recognize his own owner.
Okay. Right there. There. Stop right there.
Loosen the lead, dude.
Are you comfortable enough to hold that leash? Okay.
No, I wouldn't be. Loosen the leash, dude. Tension's gonna cause him to be more reactive. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Walk away with him, please.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's gonna want to more or less stay on your side. Come toward me. Rotate with him. Perfect. Good rotation. Good rotation.
Lip
Take me near
lick.
Cranberry, please. Cranberry, stop
Ouch.
walking.
God, this is all just idiotic. This guy has like 29,000 subscribers. I mean, good for him. Like, hey, you do you, but I just can't believe it. And then, like, this video has 1.7 million views. It just astonishes me that people don't see anything wrong with this. I mean, the other one, okay, like, I'll give the average person a pass. They didn't necessarily see that was, like, horrible, because it kind of takes a little bit of training to know that what the dog is thinking and all the body language and this and that. But, I mean, still no excuse. All right, massive, intense 1-year-old Cane Corso lunges at careless breeder. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I'm assuming that I don't know how you know this person is a breeder, but let's just go.
Awesome. Good morning. Come on, Cranberry. How you doing? Good morning. All right. Yes, sir. Yeah. Man, I had this thing charging all night and the battery died, but luckily I had an extra battery. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not focusing on you, but I'm taking advantage of seeing how your dog is assessing my situation. Yeah. So I just want to focus on him. Yeah. Awesome. Wow. So this
guy is just like he's in a big crate. This guy tries to act all cool, like, yeah, I'm trying to, I'm sorry I'm not talking to you. I'm really trying to assess how your dog. Then just stop back there and talk to him. You don't need, the more you're trying to assess him and, like, sneak up on him like a predator when he's caged and cornered, you're not helping.
Boy, they're just weird. Man, oh my God, good sit, okay.
Good sit, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Or is he just like this because I've been standing here running my jaw? Or is this how he typically treats people? Okay.
So I've worked with many, many, many dogs like this. Many, 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 many dogs like this. In the shelter, outside of the shelter. And you know what I would first do is I would just sit. I would sit where I am. I'd have my back to the dog. I would move away. The dog can just look and get used to my presence. And I might get up and walk back and forth a little bit. I work with a Shiba puppy, not my own, who does just this. And his owner can, hold on to him. She can give him little treats when he doesn't bark. You don't need to do anything special.
Oh yeah, once I bring him out.
Hello, good morning.
That's my wife. Yeah, once I bring him out.
He seems like he changed his, his attitude. He's excited. He wants to get out. He wants to, be with his parents. He doesn't like to be caged up.
Beautiful. Okay, man, he's a beautiful dog. Okay, and let me ask you another thing, sir. He's big. Does he ever get loose out here?
Oh yeah, I let him run around.
Okay, cool.
That's not good, no.
Oh, what a wonderful thing.
He says he lets him run around. I don't know if that means that he's loose. He said, does he ever get loose out here? He said, yeah, I let him run around. Does that mean that he's off leash? Because that's just all the more dangerous. Unless he has really, really good control of this dog off leash.
Gathering information, sir. Data. Now, may I tell you? Look at this, man. This thing is not even loud. So, this dog is pretty rational. You got power over this dog.
No, that's not good. It's not even latched. This dog is so fearful to break out of this cage, or it's never learned to. A tiny little water bowl, and he says good because you have power over this dog. No, that's not impressive at all. What would be impressive is if the dog could be comfortable outside and doesn't have to be caged up in this environment.
This dog's doing good. Okay, so
None of this is impressive.
you think we're all right? I mean, him, you? Okay.
Oh, now he spilled his water.
Hey, and it's okay if he comes out as long as you
Let's see how he.
come back
What's
towards
this
us.
dog at?
Come back towards us. Good weight. No, if he doesn't step out, don't close it, okay? Because then otherwise you're just doing a dance with him, okay? Then he's gonna enjoy it. Come back. Good
No,
weight.
he's not going to enjoy the
All the
dance.
way
Shut
back.
up.
Good weight. We want him to come out. Look there. No. And use the leash and pull him in. Pull him in. Now pull him in.
You're so confusing, dude. Let him do his own thing. He knows what he wants to do. So just shut up. Let him do it. Once he gets out, then you can instruct him. I don't think he needs you to instruct him how he's already taught the dog to wait inside the crate.
Dealing with the leash without grabbing quickly, forcefully, with as much force.
Forcefully? Jesus, no! Do not choke the dog. Oh my god, dude. Jesus.
You did it.
Entirely unnecessary. Don't reinforce this abusive behavior.
If he was a Labrador or a Doodle, picking him up and doing it the tender way that you did the first time is appropriate. But because we're dealing with a man stopper that cannot turn on you,
No, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot, and you're the reason why these dogs live horrible, miserable lives like this. You're the reason why so many people claim that positive reinforcement doesn't work, because of dipshits like you, who just mess up these wonderful creatures that are actually very soft dogs. These big power breeds, a lot of them are actually very soft and sensitive.
you gotta.
No, you don't. You're an idiot. You're an abuser just like
Part
him.
of your new job description, okay? Good.
God, look at this guy. Look at the way he's staring at this dog. His head is down low. His hands are close, but very predatory. Not in a sense of children, but compared to an animal that is fearful. Okay, say this is a prey animal. This animal is now acting like prey, and he's just like staring and watching and stalking. This dog is gonna be nervous. Get the choke chain off. He's a young, excitable dog, and you're gonna make him into a dangerous creature.
Got a lot of look at his back end, Cranberry. Why is his back end so big?
Oh, so the dog's name is not Cranberry. His name is Cranberry. Oh, my bad. I thought Cranberry would have been an adorable name for that other Cane Corso.
He's like his mama, huh? Like that. They go back Elliot has a big back end, yeah? Okay, so listen really quickly. So, for training purposes, unless you...
This dog is stressed.
You habitually keep him on your right-hand side.
Ouch,
Damn,
ouch.
I got scared. Hold on, I'm back. Don't do that, Curry.
You know, the dog was probably just excited, but he lunged because he's on a constant tight leash. Lunges at a careless breeder. What?
Do you think he's going to be aggressive to me or just be playful? Okay.
We don't know. The dog is stressful. He's
So the
reactive
collar is on,
to his touch
The reverse?
because he's
Yeah, it
choking.
should be on the other way. So, like, look, if you look down at it, if you're reading it like that, it looks like a 9 instead of a P. So, if
So
you're
he's telling
looking
him
at
how
the
to
dog from
loosen
in
his
front of
choke
you-
chain. He shouldn't even have one if he doesn't know how to put it on properly. He doesn't need one, period.
Offensive until
God, this dog is so stressed.
Get that way with him, okay?
This
You have a
dog
good
is
level of
so
control over
stressed.
him. Cranberry, you think he's being happy? You think he's being friendly? Okay.
No, he's
You okay
not.
with
He's
bringing him up to
stressed.
there? Okay.
He is super stressed. He
Dad,
wants to
you
get
feel
away
comfortable
from these
taking him up to
people. He
Cranberry?
feels
Will you please
trapped.
take him up to Cranberry then? Don't get near me, Cranberry.
No. Now that's overexcitable. And because of the choke chain, it could turn into
All right.
aggression.
So,
This
and-
dog
and
is
you're
just
not doing it
overly
wrong. I just want you to
excitable,
do normal, okay?
unsocialized.
Just give him the end of the
Ouch.
leash, please. Jeez.
Says give him the end of the leash. He's not going to give him the end of the leash.
You know, people don't understand. That's a bigger than average kennel, okay? Yeah. People think that's like a
Yeah, it's like the
regular-sized
biggest kennel that they make.
And you're big, and
And he's
massive.
super
People don't
tall.
know that, okay? That one has pins, all right?
Ouch.
And then you're a big guy, yeah. So like all those things give you the false sense that he's
Just stupid.
all right, and it's intimidating. And I know he doesn't want to hurt me, but may I tell you, though, good potty, my love. Good potty, my love.
He doesn't need you to talk to him.
Good
Shut up.
Potty, my love. Good potty.
Stop.
They don't come out here with the spirit. That's what's wrong with them. I'm out here with spirit, huh, Cranberry? Is that spirit, yeah?
You're out there. This
Absolutely
dog is
nothing
so
wrong.
stressed. Stress pant. He can't breathe. He's choking. He's being flooded, and everybody thinks it's just terrific. And yet that other video gets 1.7 million views. Okay. If this dog is not being forced to lay down, I love the shoes. If this dog is not being forced to lay down, they're doing that on their own, terrific. If you force them, then you're an idiot. Warning, do not socialize your guard dog pup until you watch this whole... What? Don't have a guard dog. What? No, don't listen to this idiot. You know, do not socialize your guard dog pup. No, you should always socialize them. Anyway, you don't need a guard dog. Get an alarm system. Get a bat. I mean, you don't need... I've worked with people, like, the dog I talk about, Ava, she was like a giant schnauzer, you know, beautiful giant dog, the scariest dog I've ever worked with. She had a bite history. She bit 8 people. And a couple of videos ago, I talk about how she would run down the street to bite a gentleman who was, at the time, I think a boyfriend of one of the daughters that lived there. And she bit him through his back pocket, through his leather wallet, and still left a bruise, and she tore his pants. And I told people, look, you cannot have a guard dog and a house dog. You can have one or the other. So they'd made her into a house dog. And so we had to stop all of that, you know, rewarding and guarding behavior, which made her, I don't know how she was still alive with 8 punctures. Like, she bit children. She bit the mother.
Mentioned ask about
Prong collar.
Blur the line.
Prong collar.
He's shaking a little bit.
There's a reason I didn't say could sit here, nor did I follow it up with a
Because you're an idiot.
Factually would agree with that comment from the other person.
Nice big
because
hat.
This collar is actually made for like a Jack Russell Terrier. Yeah, for a dog like
This dog is,
the
like,
manufacturer
trembling.
would recommend a heavier
It's
collar.
so cute. Why is part of its tail missing? I'm not saying that this guy did it, but somebody docked it. What is up with people cutting off dogs' tails? It doesn't look good. It's just stupid and
The
ugly.
heavier collar is heavy as fuck. So whenever that heavy ass fucking collar
Stop
release come off that
cursing.
dog, what happens, Cranberry? Yeah, that dog realizes. That dog feels as if he's literally been released from the chain, and now he's going to go off the
Ouch.
chain. He's going to behave like he's off the chain. I would abandon him.
That's
I would
just
create distance
stupid.
between
This
them.
is all gonna this dog is gonna end up biting someone because they say, oh, he's a guard dog, and then it'll end up being put down.
Telling this dog the SIT, you're making a mistake.
I don't work with people who say, oh, I have a guard dog. I want a guard dog. No, I'm not working with you. I'm not working to teach any dog to bite a person because it's just unnecessary for the dog. It's just stupid.
You're making him feel as if he has to sit. He has to be submissive. to people when they come over your house. So he didn't jump on
Poor
me.
thing.
But if he would have jumped on me, I would have praised him.
That's just stupid.
Every time he approaches me, I'm gonna walk up to him. Now watch, this is how you should be handling your
Did he
puppy.
ask him to go down?
Hold your ground, okay? I'm gonna walk up to you. I'm gonna go away for a few seconds. So he.
Ow, ow, ow,
Nice. So you can see how I'm gonna handle this. Yes, I'm gonna go away for a few seconds.
Shut up with the howling. Why did that dog...
Good sit,
Why?
good down. He's not showing any good listen. Not showing any aversion. Step forward, Cranberry, so you release the tension. Now watch. I'm gonna walk up to him. Now watch. This is how you should be handling your puppy. Ideally, he jumps at me right now. Watch how I'm gonna handle this puppy that we are doing.
You're such a sweet little dog.
Watch.
Ah, look at the little
He
baby.
always freaking jumps on me. So look, every time he approaches me, if you own this dog and you start telling this dog the SIT, you're making a mistake. You're making him feel as if he has to sit. He has to be submissive.
I don't
people when they
necessarily
come over-
think that. I think you're teaching him good manners. This dog is so stinking cute, and they're gonna ruin this puppy, and gonna ruin him as an adult dog, and
Good down. What a
it's just... I don't
point,
understand.
buddy. But you know what else is on point?
He looks
My
kind of like the
courage.
little dog that was in, Okay, so here we have 5 Fabiolus items every Cane Corso must have, and which can cause internal bleeding. Prong collar, I mean, at least they have their ears, but I hate that they're missing their tail.
Most Cane Corso owners don't realize that their dogs have a voracious need and desire to chew, specifically to destroy things.
Any dog does.
So this is...
I mean, like, yeah, there's different breeds that chew more, but, like, any dog growing up is like, oh, big stretch. I saw my Shiba stretching. He's all sleepy. I mean, like, Adonis, like, my Shiba would chew. I mean, until he would always chew up until probably, I think just recently, like, maybe 9 or 10, he slowed down on his chewing, of like, he would hold a bully stick in his little paws and his little hands, but, I mean, he still does chew, but he likes them in softer chews. I mean, his teeth are still great. They're not weak or they're not, rotting. I make sure to take care of that, but as he's gotten older, he's just kind of, prefers different types of chews. But as a baby, oh my gosh, you could give him a bully stick and he would just hang on to it and just chew it, all the time, even at age 4 and 6 and whatnot. So any dog can have, it depends on the individual.
The rule of 5. Very simple. You always want to make sure your dog has access to 5 of their absolute favorite edibles. Now, what are edibles?
Okay.
Stick around and find out.
I think that's actually not a bad idea. I mean, I think that's a good... I like to give my dog options. Giving them... He says always give them access to 5 different edibles. I'm assuming chews or toys or treats, like a pig ear or, I recommend you stay away from rawhides. Like, bully sticks are great because they're natural if you don't know what they are. They are a bull pizzle or a bull penis. They also have pig pizzles out there. They are, you can get just natural bones. I always recommend staying away from the cooked bones. Those big, meaty, smelly raw bones, or not raw bones, those big smelly like dinosaur bones in the pet stores. Please stay away from those or do your research on them because they can be very dangerous. They are cooked bone, and when the dog chews them and takes off pieces, it can splinter and cause internal bleeding, which he may talk about here, or the pieces they swallow will stay in the stomach and they don't ever get digested and can cause blockages or other issues later on in life, or very quickly in life. So I stay away from rawhide. It is very highly processed. It's bleached. It's chemicalized. You can get more natural chews. Antlers, I think they have like yak and Himalayan chews and things. Tendon jerkies and things like that. Those are awesome. So I try to be as natural as possible because the world has enough processed everything in it anyway.
Want to miss it? We're here at PetSmart.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a blast.
Have a blast. Okay. Prong collar, I don't think it's going to be much of a blast, but we'll
She's
see.
much better about maintaining position at my left.
Ouch.
Good.
Bag going by, that was actually really good. They didn't go for the bag. I mean, even Adonis now would go for that little flappy thing.
Oh my god. Blood?
I don't know if that was blood or not, but...
Yeah. So every time I'm
Ouch.
turning around, it's because she's getting too far ahead of me.
Ouch.
Oh, in fact, that looks like poop and blood mixed together. Not good. Potentially life-saving surgery, so these are proper edibles.
Okay, so these are the Whimsies and the, what are these guys? I forget what they're called. We got the dentist sticks, we got the Whimsies, we got the greenies. Yeah, these are all, I mean, they're more appropriate. He says that they're good edibles, which I think, you know, they certainly can be too. Adonis was never really into these. I mean, I think I would still try to go for like something a little more natural in this. I mean, I'm sure again they're still fine. I've never used them, so I couldn't speak on them. But you know, for my Shiba, he ate a raw diet, and if he wasn't allergic to chicken, I could give him much cheaper options like just a raw chicken wing, uncooked, because it is very, very healthy for them and a great treat and really good at cleaning their teeth. And there's no risk of the dog getting any splinters or any harm because the bone is not cooked and not splintered. It is very, very soft and it was just great, you know. And so since he's allergic to chicken, I had to get him turkey necks, and then I would just cut little segments out of the turkey neck and he would crunch it up, and it was, I mean, I've never had to give my dog a teeth cleaning because of giving him appropriate raw bones. And you know, you want to be careful about the fat to protein content. You want to be careful about the size of the bone, and you want to be careful about weight bearing bones. So again, those giant dinosaur bones or femurs or big knuckles, depending on your dog, those can break teeth. So that's why I'm very careful about the larger types of bones. If you want to get these though, these are great. Like, as long as you're just something that's moving around the gums and the teeth and that cleans the plaque off is terrific.
You know, the biggest issue with these, something like this, is that they can become a choking hazard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's so small, some dogs will just want to swallow it and then end up with an obstruction in their stomach, which is going to require potentially life-saving surgery. So
Yeah, they certainly can.
you want to avoid it. Now, these type of edibles here,
Oh god, those, I would stay away from these. Those big monster bones, unless they're specifically labeled that they're not real bone, it's like, you know, something else or it's softer. I stay away from these cooked, nasty looking, I mean, the dogs love them. They're smelly, but they're very dangerous because those will splinter. They can break teeth. They're not good.
good.
Ouch, stop popping her, dude.
Good sit.
You didn't even ask for a sit. So these guys, chicken feet are awesome, whether they're raw or you can get them, you know, they're kind of like dehydrated or cooked. You know, those can be a good little treat. They can be higher in calories, but just, you know, look into...
Well, these chicken feet are actually good.
Mm-hmm.
And these are more treats than edibles. But these type of things you want to steer clear from.
Yeah, exactly. These things can break your dog's tooth. They can splinter. Not good. Not safe for your dog. You can get some, I mean, you can even go to your just regular butcher and just get some, like, you know, necks or backs or things and cut them up from, like, chickens or turkeys, or depending on whatever your dog is or is not allergic to. But yeah, I mean, those are great and it's cheap. But I do not recommend
tear
these
that up to destroy that
at all.
They destroy it, it's going to break off little brittle pieces of bone.
That looks like a little, like, scapula. Is it scapula? The part of the shoulder blade?
Again, another emergency trip.
Hi, cutie. She's so stinking cute. He or she, I don't know. Now, trachs are, you know, awesome. Like, I break them up into little, you know, chunks. And cod skin, awesome. You know, natural things. My Shiba just likes them, and, you know, I've spoiled him. So I break it up into little pieces, and he is a Shiba. So he chews little pieces, and he spits out the tiniest piece. So he's not a choking hazard. As a baby, something different. So with each dog, know your dog. Give them something. The rule of thumb, I think, is something that is, like, not in between their eyes, or maybe that's with geckos, with crickets. You want something that's not bigger than the space between their eyes. But with dogs, you know, we don't want them to be so small that it can fit in their mouth and they can accidentally swallow and choke on it.
Perfectly all right. And so are cod skins. This one would be too small to give to a Corso, even this size.
Now, depending on the Corso, if you know your dog and they actually chew, then that might be okay. You know, you could break it up. I smash it with a hammer. Or I saw it in half, and I give them, you know, one half at a time. But if you have a dog that just swallows things, then yeah, you might need something bigger.
Hers baby. Hers baby.
I will admit that I am sometimes a bad pet sitter because, or like, you know, pet, you know, interactor with like my family's pets or like other people's dogs because I'm so used to my Shiba spitting out, you know, he will take a squeaker and pull the little squeaking part out of the rest of the little round plastic bit, and he'll just chew on that, like with his front teeth. He chews on the little plastic squeaky bit. And when I'm, you know, playing with other dogs and sometimes they take it and they like try to swallow it, I'm like, no, I have to get it out of their mouth right away. And then it reminds me that, hey, my dog is a specific case. My dog is my Shiba. I've even met other Shibas that eat everything. So I am always trying to be aware of that myself. So just, you know, I'm being honest here.
Her pretty baby. Good. So
Very good.
Much better now.
What's so wrong with like
So we're
giving
gonna
her a
start
little
off going
treat?
this way. Good.
Ouch. He doesn't even try to ask her for sit before popping. He just automatically pops and then says sit. So here's a bunch of the rawhides. These look like these are rawhide rolls. I don't know how processed they are.
Favorite edibles. Edibles are very important because your dogs have an innate need to chew and destroy things.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have in the past used rawhide. I've used a lot of it. I've never really had any issues.
I mean, same.
But the biggest
Like, I, as a birthday gift for my Shiba's second birthday, I had a little birthday party for him with my family, and they got him one of these. And he started in the middle, and he was, you know, again, 2 years old. Started in the middle and worked his way down to each little knot, and then we worked our way through that, and he had no problem with it. Now, though, I have since learned, and so I have changed my habits and what I buy him and what I recommend to others. I do not recommend this because this is like leather, like when you're tanning leather, like a cow's hide or some other kind of hide, and they're tanning it, there's they use lye and they use all sorts of chemicals in it to get to this process. And so this is not a good thing that I would want going in my dog's system. I mean, is it going to kill him? No, but sometimes it can lead to, depending on your dog again, can lead to blockages if they take big chunks and swallow them, just like anything. But it's not highly digestible, is what I'm trying to say.
problem with rawhide,
It's not easily
and it's
digestible.
a bit of a misnomer, is that they think they're dangerous to dogs. And yes, anything can be a choking hazard, just like I mentioned over there. The problem is people that own a dog like this will give their Corsos rawhide strips like these. That is inappropriate simply because they're so small. If you have a Corso and you give them this one or this one, it should be perfectly all right.
Dang, that's pretty cheap for that. Is that really only $17? Jeez.
And it gets small enough to become a choking hazard. So even this is an immediate choking hazard for most Corsos. This one, they can chew on it for a while until it becomes a choking hazard.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, I still don't go for any of these. I don't agree with feeding your pet rawhide.
Choking hazard.
Regardless of the choking hazard, it's dangerous because of the way it's made and what goes into
So
it.
rawhide, I tell you the truth, gets a bad rap because of people's ignorance. Because people
People's
buy a dog
ignorance?
Like this one, that package, and that's not good. A dog like this is gonna need a big ass one.
Okay, so he only sees the ignorance as far as size goes. He doesn't even realize how dangerous rawhides are. It's not raw. It's highly cooked and tanned, and they use lye and bleach. I mean, it would be better if your dog just went and chewed on a regular cow's carcass and their hide, you know, before eating on this. No, I would stick to actual, like, raw bones that are less of a choking hazard. You can give your dog, like, an uncooked rib or things that they can chew on. And again, it depends on the dog. You know, they can learn to crunch things and not swallow things whole.
And I watch over them.
Good.
And remove it when it becomes this size.
That's true. Now, you do want to be careful, though, because I've had a Corgi that became, you know, a resource guarder because when it got so small that they were afraid he was going to swallow it, although they're being good parents, they caused him to freak out because they would take it away while he was chewing on it while it was small enough. And so then they caused the dog to say, oh, no, it's going to go away. So it's okay. It just happened. So we worked on it, and we were able to, you know, counter-condition his response. Not by using prongs or anything like that. By just teaching him, hey, I can go and touch your bone, and I'll leave it alone. and you can still go for it. And it was a whole process.
I'm gonna try that rawhide thing for her. Dogs like to have things that they can destroy. Esophagus is a wonderful, wonderful edible. I didn't bring a basket with me, so I'm gonna have to just make do.
Yeah, like so these. So all of these here, the bully sticks, this rounded bully stick, little twisty ones, these are all bully sticks. Which I'll say one more time in case anybody missed it. A bully stick is just a bull penis or a one of a pig's. You know, everybody's talking about him getting all sexual. I'm just letting you know that it is it's a great chew toy for your dog. You can get monster long ones, and then you can get some that are just chopped up. You have all sorts of like pig ears and things that are natural that haven't been bleached. You have bits of like esophagus and other parts of the animal. You can get them a hoof. Just be careful with the hooves and the horns. You can fill them with peanut butter, but again, watch for your dog for their type of chewing. They have some for light chewers, medium chewers, moderate chewers, heavy chewers.
I'm gonna have to just make do.
Like this one right here, I don't recommend these type of bones. I mean, if you have a very hard chewer, if you have a light chewer, it might be okay. They can get the bone marrow out. Bone marrow can also be, high in calorie, which can be a nice treat, but they want to chew on it. You can restuff it with peanut butter or whatever. But just be careful for very hard chewers. They will try to chew on this, and this might break their tooth or crack a tooth, which can lead to, that's no bueno. So we don't want to lead to expensive vet visits or your dog hurting themselves, most importantly. So be aware of what kind of dog you have. These ones are actually awesome because these break apart very easily. So I will take it and break it in half and kind of crumble it. And then your dog can kind of forage for it in certain toys or in a blanket or in a towel.
These bully sticks. Oh, look, she got up. Good.
That was a lot softer than I was expecting, but you could have just asked her to sit. You didn't need to grab the leash to correct, because then you're just relying on the leash and the prong collar.
These are fantastic.
Hi, sweetie!
Pretty. Good. How beautiful, huh? These braided
Again,
ones.
these stuffed bones, these look to be like really cleaned out and bleached. I'd be, wary about these. I try to be as natural as possible. These are braided bully sticks. They have all sorts of options here.
I think I prefer the natural ones.
Very good.
Believe it or not, that's a bull's penis.
Okay, so he's it.
Okay. These are inappropriate because they're real bones. They'll splinter.
The ones on the bottom are very good.
Like I said, a lot of digestion issues with them this day. You're so pretty, baby. You're doing really great.
She is.
And you're gonna get well rewarded.
Looking
now,
away.
I've given her a cow hoof before, and cow hooves are fine, but she for sure destroyed the shit out of a cow hoof. So a cow hoof is a really wonderful one. They typically won't swallow this,
Good to know.
especially if it's a stuffed one. Good. So I'm gonna.
And like having different types of chews, you have different types that are smaller, so it's just like a treat, like 5 or 10 minutes. And they also have some that are longer, that can be more of like 30 minutes chewing, and then you can, trade it for something and take it away and pick it up. And I try to say pick it up versus just take away from your dog, because then, again, you can lead to resource guarding. So those are really good for mental stimulation, tiring your dog out, let them have... I love to do it when a dog is crate training. Put them in their crate, they chew on it, I can close the door, watch them, then I can open the door before they're even done, and they can just wander out, get some water, make sure that they have water available, because a lot of these chews make them thirsty, which is good to get them intaking water and not being dehydrated. And yeah, chews are awesome. It's just like with people. With dogs, a lot of times chewing is or licking is a common behavior.
Good.
You
Such
come
a
back
pretty
here.
baby. Okay.
So I guess you got a basket.
This is going to be tempting for her. But look, man, these bully sticks, they're $12.
And that's even, I think, cheap compared to what they are now. Now I think it's probably easily over $20 for something this size.
Then I'm going to be a size queen and get the biggest one I could possibly get. Alright?
That's very good training for her.
That. I know everybody's thinking I'm going to go for the easy joke and saying she's craving that heat, but I'm not going to say it. She is in heat though, I think. Oh my god, she's bleeding. She's definitely in heat. Look. Girl. Am I gonna have to buy you some panties? I might have to look for panties for you now.
Okay, so I see what the person who sent me a message saying that he's like, you know, oddly over sexualized, which is, yeah, it's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna repeat what he was, you know, kind of insinuating, but that is a bit insanitary. Not for the dog's sake. I mean, like, they have, hey, look, there's like a cleanup station right here. So I hope that he goes over and takes the spray, even though it's one tiny dot. You know, I'd be appreciative if he would just come and spray it, clean it, disinfect it. Not this spot, the other spot, and move on. And if she's in heat, she can be, I wouldn't take her to a public store or anything like that. Like, you know, she could be more hormonal, she could be more emotional, maybe she doesn't want other dogs around, it's going to drive other dogs crazy. Like, I just, you know, whether he seems to have known that she was in heat. So I wouldn't be taking her to stores. That's just me.
Oh my goodness!
Awesome, congratulations. Ooh.
Oh, fat little baby!
Oh my goodness! I love this little potato.
Big bones, beautiful reverse brindle color. How beautiful.
Yeah, of course, you know, he's trying to, like, flex on them, like, reverse brindle, but who cares? It's a cute puppy. Like, I don't know coat colors. I know this is, like, this dog looks to be brindle. That's it. That dog looked gray or silver with little white socks. Like, I'm not impressed.
Good.
Okay, so moving on to previously trained handsome Rottweilers. A previously trained handsome Rottweiler is put to the test. Thanos. Of course, it already has all these, like, you know, Thor and these powerful names for these breeds, and, like, he's very cute. Prong collar, hate that.
Are as handsome as this dog. Heard him, he came and stayed with me, and this dog
So
actually
he does a little bit of the
stayed-
kicking. I generally tend to try to correct that, and by correct that, like, I just get their attention to move them away. I don't want them to practice that behavior because, you know, they're scent marking with their feet and kicking, and it's just more of like a show of, like, you know, hey, it's just they don't need to do that.
I think
At
1
least with
week,
me,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
take
want them
there
to practice that type
less
of behavior.
than the average dog because he was excelling like crazy. Through the
Yeah,
years,
still
he's
kicking
come with
dirt.
me. So he ended up coming back for the additional time that was on his program.
Oh,
And
lovely.
excelled every time.
Lovely.
Then throughout the years,
Yeah, see, Rottweilers are very soft dogs. It doesn't take a lot of correction, you know, before they shut down. I mean, they're very soft, awesome dogs.
in several years, hell, maybe 3 or 4 years, I've seen him every year, sometimes
Jesus.
twice a year. When
Lovely.
he first went
Poor
home,
dog.
I went out to their home and did classes with them, the troubleshoot. So look, if he stands up, I'm
Ouch.
going to stop. If he fails to put his butt on the ground,
Ouch.
I'm going to apply pressure up towards my right shoulder blade, causing him, compelling him to sit.
Causing discomfort, digging into the prong collar into his neck. That will then remind him to sit to relieve that pressure.
When he sits, I would say typically good sit. If I don't touch him or
Stress.
ask him, I need him to remain seated. Be still. Like that wonderful song. Be still.
Okay.
And know
Dog is stressed.
that I am with you always, beloved.
Dog doesn't
To the
care.
dog, you are their God.
No,
And
you're not.
the
Your
high
dog's
power doesn't mean they don't
God.
wanna
Get
touch
off
you.
it.
That's why circumstances
complex.
of creature. Look how beautiful he is.
Yes, he's a
Good.
great looking dog. Okay.
Look,
Ouch.
next time he gets up, I'm gonna punish him. So
Then reinforce that he sits. Work less. You know, it's windy. The dog is nervous. He's showing you, but no, I'm going to punish him. You already punished him. You don't need to punish him. It means he's not ready.
every time he gets up, or he's gotten up rather, I've just applied constant pressure until he sits down. He sits fast, so I let go fast. So it might seem as if I'm biting him, but I'm not. This time, if he stands up, I'm gonna bite once or twice, and then I'm gonna
Bite.
nip.
It's not a bite, dude. This is nothing natural. This is not communication. This is metal on a dog's neck that causes pain or discomfort. You're not communicating anything. This is just... You're just an idiot.
Rather, twice, and then apply a bite.
Whites of the eyes, dog is stressed. Pushing
Good.
the dog too
Hopefully-
much. Ouch! Ouch!
Good stay.
Ouch! Lip licks.
He wants to watch me as I turn around on him. Good stay. Good.
See,
I'm gonna
now
touch
he's
him.
repeating the
Good.
word stay. He didn't before.
Handsome. He's doing
Unnecessary.
very good. Look, I'm looking for him not to be paying attention.
Ow! Jesus, dude!
Handsome no more.
Lip lick. Poor thing.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
I'm not. The dog isn't. That was absolutely unnecessary. Dealing with a tempting tetherball during training is tough. We got Loki and Obi.
Good
So
stay.
this is, I think, the female Connie
You're so
Corso.
handsome and so happy.
He's chewing on the leash. Prong collar.
Good.
Ouch!
All right.
So he's trying to teach this dog to leave that tetherball alone.
See?
So they're playing. She says, hey, I want it.
That's her.
Very talkative. Playing. How cute.
Give us a little bit of that. So I'm showing you guys that he loves to play with this thing.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good toy for them.
He loves ropes. He loves going goofy, yeah? So I'm going to do a very intense training session.
Very intense, lovely.
Okay, good. I'm going to regroup. Get their training collars. Pow.
Prong
Power.
collars.
Oh my god. Happy. I got fresh batteries. Woo-hoo. Gonna make a big fucking difference, yes?
Stop
So I have
cursing,
this
dude.
prong collar
Jesus.
that I'm going to be put on.
Yeah, no shit, it's gonna make a big effing difference. I know I just cursed, but... No duh, it's gonna make a big difference. It's metal prongs. You have to rely on that to teach the dog anything. I can teach this in a harness. It doesn't mean that I'm saying that I'm better than you because of nothing. It's because I put the time in over the years and the skills to not rely on that.
That I'm going to be putting on my beloved.
If you put that prong collar on any animal, it's not a beloved to you. It's your slave.
Boy, despite facts to the contrary, whatever you might be thinking out there, just because they took away those beautiful testicles. Oh, how beautiful with my beloved. That's what. Okay, so watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this leash and collar on him. This collar is made for a smaller breed dog.
Jesus.
The one that they recommend for a Corso is a lot bigger, and I wouldn't
So he's going to use the small one because it causes more pain.
use it. I wouldn't
It's
use that shit on an
simple.
animal.
Using the point of a pencil on you versus an unsharpened pencil on you. It's going to hurt a lot more with the size of the diameter of the tip of that sharpened pencil on your skin. You press into it versus an unsharpened pencil, which is basically like a dowel.
Okay. You want your dog to listen to you off the leash, then you have to use lightweight equipment so that you could blur the line, yes?
I thought he said don't blur the line earlier. No, you don't need to use... I mean, yeah, you want to use lightweight equipment. Like, how about you just teach them, too, that no matter where they are, no matter what's on them, whether they're dragging a leash, they don't have a leash, wherever they are, loose and free and flying wildly, that you are the bringer of good things.
So watch what I'm going to do.
Not
Good.
relying on a prong collar.
I'm saying the word good, handsome, Loki. Oh, how beautiful, Papa. Look at you. So handsome, amor.
Lip lick.
Gotta give you
I
big
don't think
oh,
he
good
liked that.
Sit. Is that the secret? Gotta give you a smooch and then you'll sit for me? Okay. Look at you and you're doing good and all
Low
pawing at me.
dogs don't like you
Okay.
getting in their face like that.
Good. Look at you, just sat down too. Okay, gotta give you
No,
a
they
kiss.
both have a prong collar on.
Don't get it twisted. This bitch will jump up when she used to. Jump
Okay,
up
well
and
then
kiss me
don't
in the mouth.
get in her face.
I'm sorry that I stepped on you. You gotta get out of the way, baby.
Don't get in her face to make her want to jump up. You need to prepare her for that.
She learned not to, but she kind of hopped a little bit there. Good sit. Stay.
So he tells her
Look at the
stay, even though the stay was apparently implied, right?
The first thing that I'm going to do, and I'm likely going to step on this leash, because she's likely to get up. Actually, let me position myself for success. Good.
Yeah, God forbid you position the dog for success, but no, we want to make sure that you are successful.
Good. Good, good, good. Alright.
Short, tiny leash.
I gotta tell that motherfucker to shut up, though. Okay?
Is that
So look.
one of your own dogs barking or another one in your board and train? You're going to tell him to shut up? Dude, you're an idiot.
Pretty. Good.
Yawning, stress
Good,
yawn.
good, good. Now look what I'm going to do. I'm going to drape this over here behind her so that I could... She fucked up.
No, she did not
I'm
fuck
not gonna let
up.
her get
You
back on my
did, you
heels.
idiot. Jesus Christ, dude.
Good.
Ouch. Ouch.
Again, I'm not gonna let her get back on my heels.
Ouch.
Good. I'm not gonna tell her to stay either. Good.
Why?
Look at
Because
that.
when you did before, she
Good.
stayed.
Got quiet now because you knew it was coming. Peace out. Hey, Daddy's probably upset that he's not gonna get to be with you during this first heat. I'm going to take the collars off, and just because the collars come off, this is the beautiful thing about these collars, they come right off, yeah? Just because
Ouch.
the collar comes off,
Probably digging
good,
into her neck.
doesn't mean that they're allowed to run off. Good.
Stressed.
Good stay. So look, if she goes, I'm gonna snatch her. I will snatch the ever living shit out of you too. Don't think I
Jesus,
won't.
dude.
Good stay.
Yeah, and they could kill you easily if they wanted to, but they don't. Because you take advantage of this. You think you're all high and mighty. No respect for animals.
Go bananas. Good, good, good. Awesome. Good, look. Awesome. Now I better.
That's not impressive.
Oh man, alright, let's see how the interaction. This dog is a lot, yeah? Seems like the only sin in life is knowing what to do and not doing it. So he's just sinning because he knows.
So the fact that he says that this dog knows and this and that, sitting, I mean, this dog has no shade in here. He has a little water. How long has he put in here? How long does he stay in here? No wonder he doesn't like to go in here. They said that they had to use treats every time they want to get him in here. There's no shade. This dog is panting like crazy. You got hot concrete, you got a little bit of dirt with a little bit of grass. I wouldn't want to go in here either. How often does he get out? Does he get to go for a walk? And there's that whole endless cycle of, well, he's aggressive, so we can't walk him, or we can't do this. Well, it's going to be the endless cycle of perpetuation. The fact that he says it's like sinning. No, don't bring religion into this because you know and you choose not to do it. No. There can be knowing, but there can also be like, hey, what's in it for me? Why should I do this? Oh, because you're going to beat me? Okay, I'll do it. Or, oh, because you're going to pay me. Whatever. Because I enjoy doing it. It's not, and they say he knows it, he just doesn't want to do it. Well, maybe he doesn't know it. Maybe he's uncomfortable to do it. Maybe he doesn't want to sit every time you go through a doorway. Or he doesn't want to sit, to have some other dog come sniff him.
And people a lot of times don't understand this, yes? They think, well, if I teach, people will call me with a dog that's misbehaving, and they'll think the dog, and other trainers will perpetuate this myth that the dog needs to learn how to sit, heel, stay, and down. Well, may I tell you, that doesn't change behavior.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I don't care about obedience. I don't care about sit down, especially not heel or any of that. I mean, if the dog is misbehaving, okay, are they having their needs met? Have they had their needs met? Exercise, shade, shelter. I mean, this dog is
That's
just
like having an educated asshole. You
drinking
can have someone
water,
very educated, but
laying
has
down,
a grouchy
panting.
temperament, right? So what I'm going to be doing
Seems
with
very
him
hot,
is, letting
very
him pass that
stressed.
honeymoon period, but also teaching him through. This is what I was mentioning. Awesome. Well,
And she put her head down.
Oh no.
Digging.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of times,
This would just be mind-numbing. If he's in here, there's no entertainment for him. There's no mental stimulation. Again, no shade. He's digging, maybe because he's trying to find a cooler spot to lay down. He's on concrete, hard on the joints. This is a horrible setup for this dog. So no wonder he's reactive, if he is. Okay, so we're on the last one. And this is the most recent one that I've been requested to look into, using obstacles and environment to to your training advantage with Obi. I believe this is the female that was in heat. I don't know, but we're gonna go
videos
into
that go on YouTube were shot a week or two, hell, sometimes 3 weeks before.
lip lick,
they
scratching
upload.
because the prong collar is irritating.
With that
I
being
think
said,
what they
yeah.
said is that this dog has never had a prong collar on before, or I might be misquoting that, but this collar is either too tight, because he always says he uses them for smaller breeds because it gets more, he's not going to say it, but I'll say it gets more bite, causes more pain, because the collar is made for a smaller dog. Could be irritating, could be scratching. This dog is scratching. They have short hair.
She's scratching at that collar
Ouch.
because she's not used to having, or has never had the collar on before coming with me
Okay.
for training, and she's a little bit of a drama queen.
Ow,
with it.
ow,
I'm
ow,
not gonna
ow.
do that.
Oh, she's a drama queen. Okay, so because you're abusing an animal, now she's a drama queen. You're an idiot, dude. Whale eyes, because the dog is reacting in pain. She's a drama queen.
Every time she does it, she can learn how to pop it off. especially these smaller ones.
Smart
You
dog.
see how I'm using a very small one? The manufacturer
Why?
doesn't recommend this small.
Yeah, so why? Why are you doing that?
Oh, potty baby.
Because it causes
On a
more
big
pain.
dog, like a kind of Corso and Italian Mastiff. But I tell you
Ouch.
the truth, the ones made that they recommend for a dog like this, I wouldn't even want to use on an elephant. They're too fucking big. I'm not trying
Will
to
you
hurt the dog.
stop cursing, dude? You wouldn't use on. Yeah, have you even seen elephants that are in? They're taken from their mothers. They're kept, standing up in wooden boxes. They have chains and like giant spikes around their feet, and they develop these horrifying behaviors. They just pace or they dance side to side, and they're just like mind-numbingly, like they do for the circus, or they just do for the sake of getting money. People see an elephant and they're just standing there on these chains. It's like this dog.
I'm trying to communicate.
You're not communicating squat, dude. You're causing pain. If you want to communicate, talk to her through body language. Learn how they communicate. Dogs communicate through body language. This is not communication. It's just pain. It's confusing. The dog has to figure out what you want. That's not communication. That's a guessing game.
In my opinion, facilitate or simulate rather bite.
Absolute lie. Absolute lie. I was waiting for him to finish. Absolute lie. I've said this before, and I will say it again, and I will take it to my grave. This is metal spikes, metal teeth, if you will. But no dog has metal teeth. This is not natural. It's on the end of a leash. You are a human. The dog knows you're a human. The dog knows you're not a dog. You are not biting this dog. Unless you were to bite them with your mouth, that would be a bite. Yeah, go ahead and try that. The dog will bite back, and then you'll lose. This is not anything that is communication, and it is not anything natural to the dog would understand. You're an idiot if you believe that. You're an idiot if you spew it.
And from another dog.
No, it's not. Because the other dog would have to be there
And a lot
in order to bite her, for her to see it's the other dog.
of it actually works better. I just added one link to hers because she's fluctuating in weight. She's gained weight since she first got here. Probably a good amount, man.
Good.
Good.
At least she's
So-
not starving.
As I was saying, I'm gonna let her check her P-mail, which I've already done. And then when I get started, the way I'm going to start
That's
is
good.
I'm-
I will say, out of all that, I do like to, when I start in a new environment, I like to give the dog a couple of minutes to sniff and go around and get their newness out of the environment before we start doing simple training. Not like this.
I'm going to wait for her to be completely distracted, and then I'm going to say, Obi, good, pretty. And I want her to walk
Why?
around like she's doing now. She's
Why?
going to come over here, and she should put her butt on the ground. She didn't. So I'm going to apply
Ow! Ow!
consistent pressure to that collar. Good sit
Yawn,
until
stress
she
yawn.
sits down. Now that's what I'm going to refer to as a bite for the uninitiated.
It's not a bite. Idiot. It is not a bite. Unless he means it by, not natural. But of course he means it by a dog biting her. It's not. It's pressure on a prong collar, a metal tool, devised and designed by humans to cause pain and discomfort to other animals, specifically dogs.
And also, you're going to notice I'm not using any commands. I'm trying to create habituation here, where a dog is self-governed.
So she's supposed to be able to mind read you now? She's supposed to read your own mind? Self-governing? No, controlling, control freak, master-slave relationship.
And they know what is expected of them. So when I'm ready for her to
Ouch! Ouch!
walk, I'm going to tap in between the eye and the ear, and then I'm going to start walking. Good heel. And I'm going to praise with the command that we are...
It doesn't mean
engaged
anything, though.
in
They don't care.
Every time.
Ouch! Ouch!
Good heel.
Ouch!
Good heel. And she comes to my left hand
She doesn't
side.
care. It's just like a slave, or if you're in an abusive relationship or you have an abusive parent, and them not yelling at you is the good reward they get. Terrific.
I'm going to teach a nice tight heel, just because of the semantics.
Semantics.
Good heel. Awesome. Cool place. I really like it. It looks like they're making improvements. Good. It says no pets allowed on the field. Well, adhere to that.
Good.
Good,
Thank
good.
you. That's a big pet peeve of mine when there's all sorts of baseball fields and such, soccer fields that say no pets on the field, and there's always somebody with two crazy off-leash dogs running around. They walk past 2 or 3 signs and they just say screw it.
So again, I'm trying to
Ouch.
catch her off guard
Why?
whenever I'm walking with her. Good. Somebody dog there.
So instead of trying to catch her off guard, why don't you actually teach her that it's better to pay attention to you because it's a positive than just trying to get away from you or trying to avoid punishment? Oh, because that takes skill, because that takes caring about how the animal feels, that takes possibly an educated mind, it takes an open mind. But no, this is more, I don't know, more impressive. I mean, clearly by the views he gets and whatnot, and I mean, it's fine. Like, if I didn't get any views ever, but this training still went away and other dogs, you know, lived a happier life, I'd be fine. I don't care about if I get views or not. It's not about my status as a person. It is about the life that dogs live. I'm trying to give dogs a voice that they don't have.
So I'm going to come to a stop. Good.
And since it's on my mind real quick, I do thank you, the person who brought it to my awareness a while back about the hashtag Stop the Shock or Ban the Shock, because that was apparently reserved for something I wasn't even aware of, a movement where apparently children with either autism or other learning, I don't want to say disabilities as an offensive term, so I'll say learning challenges or learning challenged children were apparently being shocked, either in schools or in the classroom somewhere, or in cases where they were getting help, and that is just absolutely mind-blowing, and just, I cannot believe that that is ever going on, that is, we don't even have to say that's not okay. Obviously that is not okay. I cannot believe that has happened. I'm so glad it's been brought to light. That is just disgusting and a disgrace to the human species that has ever happened. I mean, you know, it's one thing for animals, which of course, you know, have their own rights, but I mean, you can't even communicate with your own species, and those poor children, just like anybody else, they don't, regardless of what age, whether they're children or not, they don't have that voice, and just to use shock treatment on them, regardless of how you use it, is just, I just cannot believe it. So thank you for bringing that to my attention, that I have, you know, since changed the hashtag, you know, but I just wanted to bring a little bit of light to that I'll do some more research on it, you know, myself, about how they have handled that case and source, and feel free to let me know if you have other additional information. But yeah, absolutely ban the shock with those children and those students and those kids, and you know, stop the prong and stop the e-collar with dogs too as well. But that's you know, I don't want to undermine what had been going on with those children and those students, you know, by muddying it up with you know, with dogs. So I fight equally for both.
Pretty good sit, baby. And unless I touch her or tell her to, I don't want her to move.
Irritating. So
Hey,
we're
good
back to
amount
walking again.
Of
Pop.
my Roddy
Pop.
that just passed. She has the same kind of personality. Sometimes even.
I am
quick
sorry
about-
to the Roddy that just passed. I mean, above all of this, like, look, it's still hard, even though I don't agree with, like, really anything he does, it is still hard to lose a pet, and I have no doubt that he loves his animals, so I am sorry that he has lost a dog recently. I can still be human, and still feel you. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to go tearing into you for what you do with dogs, but that is unfortunate.
Same way. Good. Good. Pretty. Good. So whenever I'm saying good and pretty, it's because she's doing and moving with me in harmony. So I'm gonna look to.
I'm okay with that. Like, a lot of people say, you know, to not talk so much. Like, I talk with my Shiba, I talk with, you know, my dogs, where if they're doing a good job, I, you know, continue to say, like, I talk to them, let them know they're doing well. You know, I say, like, good job, good man, good job, you know, or whatever, you know, and then if there's a particular moment when I need to mark it, then I always have, you know, the yes word, and then I always pair it with a treat. I have an extra reinforcement. Or if we've been walking for a while and I say, good job, good man, good girl, whatever, good lady, then I can also randomly pair with a reward.
I'm gonna turn. Good. Good. Pretty.
I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, I don't know, for like a marker word, I wouldn't necessarily switch between the two, good and pretty. I would use just good or just pretty. Like when I say, you know, like when I'm adding praise, my praise is different than my marker. So like, good man, good job, you know, kind of voice versus yes, which is the marker. Or a clicker.
You see? Reminder. Apply constant pressure.
Unnecessary.
So look, hopefully she'll give me an opportunity here.
To correct her, because
good.
correcting is rewarding for the human. Correcting is rewarding for the corrector. It's just, I mean, that's just what it is. That's what I see. It's rewarding because you
Pretty
get what you
girl.
want.
So
He's a
smart.
sadist.
You know, if your dog likes to heel really wide from you, training with them
Means they
against the
probably
wall-
don't like to heel. If they're wide from you, they don't care about the heel. No dog likes to heel. Unless there's a motivator for it. They're not going to do it just because of the goodness of their own heart.
Or in a tight situation like this, is going to force them to be tighter at your side. So if I was
Force
doing it on
them.
the wall,
To walk by your side, period, even though they don't want to. How about instead you could teach them a tighter heel because of positioning, because of a human, I don't know, idealism of being perfect, but you could still make it rewarding for the dog. You can still teach them to walk really close to you, but still make it enjoyable, instead of forcing them.
good to walk this close to the wall. A lot of competition trainers would do something like this
I don't care about competition trainers.
to create a nice, tight.
Ouch.
If you haven't already, please do subscribe and
No thank you. This dog just looks so stressed. Alright, so I'm gonna end that there. I have no idea how long I've been going. Probably at least an hour and a half. So I will probably make this into 2 parts. Or I might just leave it as a really, really long video. So hopefully you, I mean, if you guys want to listen to this as one whole video, then feel free to use it as a podcast. I go on a bunch of rants, or you could just play it in the background. You know, whatever. I don't expect anybody to go through all of it in one go. If you do, then kudos to you. I guess I could say if you make it in one go, then you can type in the comments Hermes von Tinklebottom. Hermes von Tinklebottom. That's Hermes' full name. You could type that in the comments below, or you can just leave some kind of an emote that you think that Hermes looks like. You know, banana, or a piece of pasta, or a potato, whatever. Thanks so much for sticking with me. This was, you know, definitely a long time coming, that, you know, a long while, and I figured, you know, instead of sprinkling them through, let's just do a compilation of them, and I can get them all done in one go, and give you a bunch to catch up on. The next video I'll be putting out will be, I think, one that I've already edited from Will Atherton, talking about, you know, positive reinforcement versus balanced, and his old biased view on it, and blah blah blah. So thank you so much for hanging out. I am tired of talking. I'm sure you're tired of listening. Maybe you're not. If you're not, then thank you. Go give your loved ones, human or not human, and furry or not furry, give them some kind of loving. You know, you don't have to give them physical loving if they're an ant, but say hi to them for me. Just go hang out with them and have a good time. Until next time, stay positive.